Elite Four Battle Time in Pokemon Silver. Okay, so the lineup we're gonna head in with is easily fixed actually, because there's no Lugia in there. Let me put Lugia in the lineup. We don't need any HM Pokemon right now, so that's gonna change the lineup a little bit in terms of what we're gonna have. Let's make sure we are looking at the right boxes. So we're gonna deposit the Spearow and Bellsprout and whatnot. Gonna change boxes. Let's figure out which one's which. We've got a level 40 Lugia, which I actually should have pulled out sooner. But we have Lugia. And then we've got potential Pokemon choices. Let's take a look and see what we've got. Options here. Or a Shuckle here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out Donphan, which is one of our catches in Victory Road. Pull out, I think, Eradicate. Okay, let's take a look at that first box as well. I don't think there was anything in this box that was worthwhile, but I'm gonna move the Wooper into... Wait, I can't do that right now. Let's see. Sudowoodo, Gyarados. It's a potential lineup here, right? We're gonna make sure we have everything we need on every Pokemon before we go in. Even though Feraligatr should largely wipe everything out. We're gonna be prepared. So, we can go down to HMs. Okay. Sudowoodo already learned Strength. Okay, I actually didn't look that closely at that, and it was the correct call, but I need to look at what I'm changing out. Okay, we've got Quick Attack, which is a good move to start out. Hyper Fang can be a pretty decent move, because it does 80 damage. So we're basically going to look at it in terms of what every Pokemon has going into this, right? So we've got Raticate, we've got Quick Attack, being, you know, the 40 priority move. We've got Hyper Fang. We've got Strength, which is actually just as good in, but because of Flinch ability, Strength is going to be not as good as as the other one. Pseudo-Wudo, still kind of in, but not necessarily the best choice, I suppose. At this point, I'm gonna look at that a little bit, but right now, in any case, we've got Strength, and then 80, Rock Throw is at a 50, Low Kick is at a 50 with Flinch, which is a good, decent ability. I'm gonna go up to Gyarados. Gyarados has some nice moves, but it's not as high a level. So we've got Surf, which is the best move. Waterfall is pretty decent. Bite is okay because of Flinch ability. Dragon Rage is always 40 health, which is not as useful at this point. Look at Donphan right now. Donphan's got Defense Curl, not a good move. So we can teach Donphan some better moves. Movesets are pretty important in this game. Hot even does like 50 damage. I don't think all of them can learn it though. It wouldn't really help Eradicate, because Eradicate, well, Scary Face isn't very good. You might as well teach it over Scary Face. I don't think any of them can learn Fly, but I'll take a look anyway. Lugia, possibly. It's a possible idea. We've got, I think anyone else can learn Surf. Got it ready. Lugia could learn Surf, actually. So that's... And I think we've already kind of looked at Strength on Pokemon. Actually, Gyarados that would not be a bad idea to teach it over Dragon Rage. We put Strength over Dragon Rage, that's going to do some decent damage. Alright, let's look into the moveset of Lugia. See what we got. We got Aeroblast, which is a fantastic move, but it's only 5 PP. So that's the weakness of it. Safeguard prevents all status problems. I mean, it's okay, I guess. Gust is not that strong of a move. It's only 40. And then Recover is a fantastic move. Truly fantastic move. So we've got some choices here. We can teach Fly to Lugia, which actually is gonna be great because now you can replace another one of the... Go ahead and just put Fly here. Probably have to swap it. Surf is a great move. And the fact that Lugia can learn Surf makes it actually a fantastic choice. Because we can start swapping out some other Pokemon. And have Lugia be the second Pokemon on the list. So we're completely kind of rebuilding the lineup here. Donphan is going to be the one I still got to look into more. Strength, we've got Strength at 80. Fury attack is... It's okay, I guess. None of these moves are that great here. We've got Fury attack at a 15 times 2 to 5. We've got Rollout at 30. We've got Flail, which suggests I may want to look at another potential option. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go in and see what choices I have for Pokemon. So we are currently looking at box number 2. Let's take a look at 3. See what choices we have in there. Because we had a bunch of Pokemon in Victory. Had a bunch of Pokemon in Victory Road. So we put down, let's say we put down Donphan. Donphan being kind of iffy here. Let's withdraw. We've got Seaking. Okay, so none of these are particularly great choices. So let's switch back. So you know what? I'm going to withdraw my Spearow again. And the Spearow really we just had in play because of because we didn't have a Pokemon to fly, but Lugia can fly. That's one of the cool things about Lugia. This is the intense planning stage against the Elite Four and just generally. We're gonna go ahead and deposit the Spearow. We have Fly on Lugia already, which actually helps for later too. So looking at this, the original boxes had a few unknowns and whatnot, but not. This is basically the weaker box. So we can go and switch. We've filled up that spot now, so. Duo is our other choice, but Donphan is higher level, which is not insignificant for this fight. So there are choices. We can either go back in to Victory Road and catch something higher level, or we stick with what we got, right? I'm going to actually move a few Pokemon while I'm at it from 3 to 2. The box is going to fill up a little better. Bellsprout being kind of interesting because now we've cut to Raticate. We have Surf and Fly on Lugia. And we have Strength also on Raticate. So Strength, Raticate, is probably already kind of a decent choice. I don't think we need to return having Bellsprout in the lineup. Pool did have Waterfall as a move, but we now have Waterfall on Gyarados as well, which really makes things a lot more simple. We have HMs on some of our best Pokemon. This is a matter of organization or moving a few things around. We can also knock Tentacool out of the lineup now. First two are now completely full, and we can now fully switch the bots 3 moving forward. Fans back in the lineup. I don't think there's any other HM I can teach it at this point. Let's take a final look at them again. Whirlpool, Waterfall. This is just out of curiosity right now. I have Waterfall currently on Gyarados already, so I'm solid. Whirlpool. Whirlpool's not as good of a move, but I can always still teach it to... If I want to make Gyarados my HM Pokemon, I can always teach it over Bite as a move. And the weakness here is I don't have a Flash Pokemon. I would still want a Flash Pokemon like Bellsprout or something. Everyone can learn Strength. Again, I kind of already have Pokemon for that. So the last Pokemon I'm looking at here is Feraligatr. So Feraligatr has kind of a solid moveset. Again, we have Surf and Strength being pretty strong moves. Hydro Pump is amazing, but it only has 5 PP. And then we have Bite. I think we're ready to go. Alright, we're gonna save. The other thing I gotta do is make sure I have enough items before I fight. So we're gonna look at items and make sure we have enough items. So we've got no hyper potions. There are max potions, but we want to have a minimum of 10 hyper potions. I'm going to go ahead and sell the super potions, because why would you need them at this stage? And make sure Hyper Potions actually covers everything that we need. For the most part, it's true. Feraligatr is higher health, but everyone else is below. So we're going to go ahead and just buy, since we already have 4 max potions, we're just going to buy 6 Hyper Potions. This is the preparation stage. The other thing, there's also, I mean, you can always buy full restores. That's always an option to reach for. Battle Meow. Amazing. This is an intense planning stage. Okay, so we have revives. Max revives are going to be ideal, but you don't need to have max revives. You can always buy. I have 2 max revives. Again, I think if I have at least 8 revives, that would be fine because I already have 2 max revives. And the last thing you want to check on is full heals. So I'm going to check on full heals. Got 4 full heals. Plus, well, that's it. It's just the full heals. So I want to have at least 10 full heals. So again, I'm going to buy 6 full heals. And then we're going to look at whether there are any other items we should be equipping to Pokemon. Black glasses for dark move, Dragon Fang. Because we have a lot of normal and water moves currently. No, not really. Alright, so after what ultimately was like 20 minutes of planning, we're ready to go. Alright, let's go. Elite 4 time. Elite 4 will. Alright, we're going to open them with the starter evolution. Keep in mind, limited PP, right? Limited PP for moves. So what we're going to do here is, these are psychic Pokemon. Because they're psychic types, you can use Bite. I can use Bite on all of them. We're using Bite just to save some moves. At 1203 Jinx, EXP there. Okay, Slowbro's next. Alligator is doing very well so far. The dark type advantage move of bite has a bite against these psychic types. Every time I fight someone, I always am gonna heal first. So we're gonna use a full heal here, not full heal, hyper potion. And we're gonna go ahead and save because we just beat Will. Alright, next battle. This is Koga, the Elite Four. He was the Fuchsia City gym leader in the original games. So we're gonna go ahead and use strength each time. Venomoth. Oh yeah, Fortress doesn't... that's right, I can't use that on Fortress. Spikes is a entry hazard move, so any Pokemon that comes in gets hit by it, by the spikes. So it hits birds type Pokemon more than anything. So this is actually, I shouldn't use normal moves. So I may actually use Surf here. Mach. Okay, we're gonna go back to using Strength as the move. Crobat. Wing attack didn't really do a lot of damage, so I'm probably not going to bother healing after this next move. took out the Crobat. Alright, that's 2 of the members. Let's keep moving. We've beaten 2 of the 4 members of the Elite Four. Alligator has just wreaked havoc, really, on the other Pokemon. Next up, we've got Elite Four Bruno. Hoo-ha! It's more of a question of how to maximize Oh wait, I can't use that move, huh? Because it's a fighting type. I think I'll just use Strength after it gets back up. Dig is a decent move, but not at this level. Probably still going to want to save some moves that are strength, so I'm going to start using Surf. Onyx. Right, we've been 3 of 4 now. Alright, let's take a look. Do we need a heal? Yeah, let's go ahead and heal for Alligator. Even though it's only 60 health, let's go ahead and do it. Go ahead and save. We've been 3 of 4 now. So we've got the 4th trainer in the Elite Four, Karen. So it's... Fighting moves would be pretty decent here. So again, I'm trying to balance moves here, so I'm gonna go ahead. Fight. We'll go ahead and use Surf. Oh, wow, missed. A bite does not work at all. So I think I'm stuck using Surf or Strength. I'm gonna go ahead and use Surf again. PP balancing is a big part of these battles. Vileplume has the advantage against, so this, I actually want to use Strength. Alright, that is a damaging move. Feraligatr is paralyzed. I'm gonna go ahead and actually use a full heal here. Pretty tough hit. Healing is very risky right now by not even healing. Murkrow come in. Oh, Surf missed. Alright, I gotta use a Hyper Potion now. There's no question about that. That's a little too low. So you may be noticing I am holding off on using Hydro Pump. I'm holding on for as long as I can. Surf missed against Houndoom. Karen has been sufficiently entertained. Heal again. Again, Hyper Potion. This is why we keep Hyper Potions around. Champion battle. We'll wrap this up. Here we go, champion battle. Dragon Master. Start with Gyarados, which is actually not a dragon type. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use Strength. Bite for the finishing attack on Gyarados. Can't use water moves. Dragon types are strong, resist water moves. Ooh, Thunder Wave. I'm gonna go ahead and use a full heal. Whenever paralyzed in these kind of battles, definitely worth just doing the heal. Ooh, Thunder is a strong move. For Alligator's just so high level. I actually should have used Bite, but oh well. I messed up. Only have one strength move left, so I'm gonna go ahead and use Hydro Pump move, which is not... Oh, it missed though. It is very hard to plan around. I mean, I could have probably used less strength up to this point. But it's a balancing act for these battles. It really is. Balancing the PP of every move. Critical hit, got lucky there. Another Dragonite. This is the highest level of the Dragonites. So... missed another Hydro Pump. Critical hit. I'm gonna go ahead and just use a Pseudo Wudo so I can not to actually use it for anything, but I'm gonna use it to revive my Feraligatr and use a turn. Although Rock Throw is actually a pretty decent move on it. Might as well use it right now. Alright, we're gonna bring back in Feraligatr. Lugia is also a playable choice here, but Tiger Pump is just so strong, but it's not 100% accurate. I use that just because I'm like out of strength as a move. Okay, I'm gonna pull a Hyper Potion again. Outrage can cause confusion for the Pokemon using it. And Hydro Pump's not really a great. We still got Fight as a move. I guess I could have used earlier, but Charizard, which happens to be a type advantage for Feraligatr, he just use Surf. Aerodactyl, final Pokemon. That's it. That's the battle. Feraligatr did get knocked out once. It did have to use a few Hyper Potions. Rise of a great new champion. Is he a top? I mean, 10,000 G. Even if it's yen, that's a decent amount of money. Professor Oak arrives. Honoring the league champions. Of course, no one actually fought except for register you and your partners as champions. So we put all that work into putting moves on Lugia and other Pokemon, but for Alligator, just knocked everyone out. That's the easiest way to do it. Pretty good. You need to fill up the Pokedex. Credits. So, is the game over? No, actually. That's only the first part of the game. I think this is a stopping point for today.